On its face, the impeachment proceedings against Donald Trump might seem to be a specifically and narrowly American matter. But if you look around the world, you'll see this is taking place amidst a deeply worrying global trend. In country after country, we're witnessing an astonishing wave of attacks on the Constitution, institutions, norms, and values that have given democracy strength and meaning. Consider what has been happening just this week around the world as Congress debated charges against the president. In India, the world's largest democracy, the ruling party passed an unprecedented citizenship bill that privileges certain religions over others, a move that one Indian intellectual described as a giant step to officially convert a constitutional democracy into an unconstitutional ethnocracy. Israel, which boasts of being a stable democracy in a sea of dictatorships, appears paralyzed and polarized as it heads into its third election in 1 year. More disturbing, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has launched an extraordinarily vicious attack on the Israeli judicial system, which he claims has been plotting against him. In fact, Netanyahu faces indictment because the Attorney General, who is from Netanyahu's party and was chosen by Netanyahu, was following existing laws and procedures. In Hungary, Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who has spoken openly about building an illiberal democracy, has pushed for laws to make it harder for opposition lawmakers to band together and to protest legislation. He's also moved to curtail the power of local governments after his own party suffered a severe setback in municipal elections. At the International Court of Justice, nearly 30 years after she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize as a pro-democracy dissident, Myanmar's Aung San Suu Kyi staunchly defended her government against charges of genocide against a Muslim minority group, the Rohingya. UN investigators have found evidence of mass killings, gang rape, and arson with genocidal intent. And this is all just in this week. If you broaden the lens, we're living through what Stanford's Larry Diamond has called a democratic recession. International human rights watchdog group Freedom House has registered global declines in political rights and civil liberties for 13 consecutive years now. This is the context in which to consider America's impeachment crisis. The facts of the case are blindingly clear. President Trump pressured the new Ukrainian government to investigate the Bidens, as has been described in sworn testimony by 17 witnesses, many of them sitting senior government officials, with each person's account confirming the others, and emails, texts, and the rough call transcript further documenting it all. The Republicans' defense is that this elaborate campaign to help Trump's re-election was actually a big misunderstanding. Trump had never asked for it. All these officials working feverishly for months across continents were all simultaneously deluded. Call it the Walter Mitty defense. In fact, the real defense is offense. This week, the president called members of the FBI scum, and Attorney General William Barr dismissed the conclusions of his own Justice Department's Inspector General. The president and his followers now routinely attack the Foreign Service, the intelligence agencies, and the Justice Department. The White House has refused to honor congressional subpoenas or requests for documents to an extent unprecedented in American history. Across the democratic world, the institutions of liberty and law are under attack. If they give way, the fraying democratic fabric of our societies will ultimately tear apart. For more, go to cnn.com/Fareed and read my Washington Post column this week.